here. Obviously, this is to kick it off, celebrate our newest addition, our newest franchisee. And also what's exciting about that is we're going into a new state here for Transblue, going into the state of Georgia. So we're here to welcome Enrique Reyna going into the Atlanta market. So we're excited to welcome him, kick it off. Don't do participation ribbons here at Transblue. So he did complete the training. He's got a couple items to finish off before he officially launches over the next few weeks, and we've set that plan out. But we're excited to get him welcome. We have a target launch of March of this year for him to get out there and start blowing up that market in Atlanta. So just a little bit about Enrique. He comes from a background in the construction industry, working with the labor side of things and as well as administrative side of things. He's got to hire a staff here soon. Going to welcome some other additions, and he's going to grow it as well. We just want to spend some time, though. It's obviously not just about Enrique, although he is the man of the hour for sure. It's also the support behind him. So he's married. He's got a couple kids that are very active teenagers, and is again just looking to continue to grow. And we're excited for him. So just to kick it off, I'd like to spend some time just sharing a little bit about some advice. Go around the team. We've all spent some time with you this week, but each member of our leadership team just to give some advice to you as you go along your way. Before we do that, just to know that when you look around the room, know that you have a support team behind you. Know your numbers, master those numbers, not only the financial side, but those KPIs, those scorecard items that are going to lead you to that success, and then hold your team accountable on those. Manage the plan and go for it. So those targets we laid out this week, build the plan, execute the plan, but keep that team in line, right? Using the strategies that we build out and continue to do that. I'm going to kick it off over to Dave Vetter and have him share, and then we'll just pass it along the way.
Perfect. Well, congratulations, Enrique, and welcome. I mean, we're, by the way, if you didn't know, we are live. So this is being broadcast around the world. I like that. And that's actually fitting because he was talking about the support staff that is here, and it is beyond this. We have a lot of staff members and a lot of team members across the entire country, and they are also here to help make sure that you are successful. And then, of course, all the franchisees that are across the country. So welcome. It's a big team. We're really excited to have you on board. And I'm a big fan of the East Coast, having grown up a little while in North Carolina, just north of you. I appreciate the weather. I appreciate the big mosquitoes. So I totally know what you're dealing with. But it's really exciting. And Georgia is such a huge market for any company, and especially in the construction industry and what you're going to be doing. So being able to have you there, being in such a great market, I think really presents an amazing opportunity for you. And just like what Todd was saying, as far as, just a little bit of advice, and we talked about this a little bit earlier this week, is just making sure that you are, I hear the term a lot around here, leaning in. And just making sure that you are leaning into us, both of the good times and the bad times. There's opportunities for you, just like what we talked about. And I just really want to reiterate this. There's opportunities for you when things are going good. You don't just have to reach out to us when things, when you have a question, or if you're in a tough spot or something like that with a particular issue. Reach out to us when you have a success. Reach out to us when things are going, you think, wow, this is going amazing. There's other things that we can probably coach you on to help you accelerate that and also take advantage of being in that situation. So that's the big thing that I've noticed as we've talked to different owners around here, is just being able to work with us. It also lets us know where you're going, right? It lets us know where you're at, and we can actually, we're really excited. We've got such a national presence. We've got some big sales that came through and such like that. And we really hope that we can share some of that success with you. So keep us involved. Let us know what you're doing. And man, I'm just really happy for you. I know this is a big transition for you, and so I'm very excited. So be the boss. You the boss now. I like it. Cool. All right. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Pastor Dave. He's going to say some words. There you go.
Thanks, Dave. Enrique, I'm really excited for you. You are joining a stellar team. I get the privilege to be able to kind of stand on the outside and look at what all these guys do. And like Dave said, you got a great team behind you and excited just for the journey that you're going to take. One of the core values, as you know, about this whole organization is that they want to give back. And, I get the privilege to be able to participate in that by partnering with some amazing organizations, both locally here and internationally, just to be able to take the success of what Transblue is doing and bless others. Because really, the heart of Transblue is to change the world for those that are part of it, but also change the world for the communities that surround us. And I know Dave, one of his big things is doesn't matter if my business was to leave town, what would anybody care? And, I know Dave strongly believes that, we're in business, not just for ourselves, but to be able to bless the communities and honestly, the nations. I just sat down with one of our Enbridge partners that all of these guys bless, and they were working in Ukraine and passing out literally thousands of humanitarian packets to people right there in the front line, and just heard some of the incredible stories about what's going on in Ukraine and how people are just literally fighting for their lives. And what a privilege for us to be able to partner with Slavic in Ukraine, to be able to help people. And that's the kind of system that you're stepping into. So my advice to you is, you never lose when you give back. Somehow, some way, it always comes back to you. You might not see it on the top or the bottom line, but it will be the thing that lasts forever. And so, as you step into this team, use them and, ask for the advice. And we want to see you blessed, but we also want to see you give back. And Enbridge is here to partner with you. Maybe we can partner with some charities in Atlanta on your behalf. Love to do that. So, yeah, you never lose when you give. Somehow it comes back around. So that's my advice. And who's next?
Make sure I don't have anything on me. A little bit right here. Yeah. Enrique, we spent so much time together this week. It was amazing. The best thing or the best advice I can probably give you is remember your goal, right? We've talked about that. Your 1-year goal, your 3-year goal, your 5-year goal. Really track your numbers, track your finances. For me, any business decision is going to be made off of the real data, right? The real numbers, where you want to go. We've talked about pivoting, make sure to pivot, don't become stagnant. Again, and all that's going to be based off of, where you're at and then where you want to go. So I think I've filled you with so many sentences and words and knowledge this week. Hopefully you retained at least 50%. But, if you take anything away from this, just really track your numbers, and that'll drive everything for your future. So I think you're going to do great. Plus, not a lot of people know this. I was born in Atlanta. I have a little bit of ownership there. At least I pretend to. But and I'm going to see you soon. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
All right.
Enrique,
Vince?
hey, we go back a ways, right?
We do.
A whole year. A whole year. We were talking about it the other day. And actually, it would have been Transblue San Diego if you had your choice.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, he was thinking about that. So for those of you who don't know, Enrique has some San Diego roots, right? So we know how to talk tacos and burritos and all that good stuff. And I'll tell you what, for we talked throughout a lot of business ownership, a lot of processes, a lot of what you're looking for, what your why is, right? And I think I just have two bits of advice. One is never forget why you got into business. Why that's important for you, why that's important for your family, why it's important for your community. And in those bad times, hold on to that, remind yourself of that. And at the same time, just be an owner that is working on your business versus in your business. Be that owner that is, if your main roles are being sales or your main role is to be the project manager, then what happens is you become an employee in your own business. right? And our business is built to be that leader in your business, in your community, to help build the business the way you want to build your business, right? So that's I think that's an important piece, because a lot of times you get stuck in the mud, right? Day-to-day activities. So don't be that bookkeeper. Don't be the sales guy. Don't be the project manager. Be that leader that builds your team, that educates them, that trains them, that communicates, and you'll see your system blossom. So, anyways, excited for you, bud. Yeah, we'll be talking. Yeah.
I know. Enrique, we actually just got out of our little class, and I think that the team knows exactly what I'm going to say. So this isn't a surprise, but document. What do I mean by that, or why is that so important? Well, obviously, you just want to document those conversations, those oral communication, those phone calls, those everything that could come up. And the reason is you never want to get into a situation where it's a he said, she said, because then you're just literally rolling the dice on what is going to ultimately happen. It also helps with your employees, because if you have a conversation with an employee and you document it, and then you can review it beforehand, and you can remember, oh, these were the concerns that this employee had. These are the things we were talking about. This is, and it shows that you do care, and you want to do what's right for the employee. It's not just a legal thing. It's also just that's what a great owner does, and that's what we want to help you in this journey, is to become a great owner of your company. So again, document. You'll hear it here, and you'll hear it repeatedly from me going forward. So thanks.
Thank you.
Jim.
Oh, Jim's up here. Before Dave speaks.
Here you go, Jim.
Some more.
All right, we'll see how good I am about positioning the camera and standing all by myself. Advice. I give you a lot of advice. I like to talk sometimes. Dave Vetter stole mine, but ultimately it's one, lean into us, because we're here to help you, right? We want to make you succeed. Right. Everybody in this room is here to help you. Right. I run the IT and marketing department. So for me, it always comes down to take pictures of everything that you do, from your salesperson all the way down to the end of business. Right. So end of a project, make sure you're getting those final pictures. Reach out to Ralph, reach out to myself. There's a form that you can fill out to make sure that we can come out and take pictures of your projects, right? We want to be able to document everything that you do, and to come out and say, look at these fabulous projects that they completed, and here's a video, right? So that we can send that to other customers, right? And we want to talk to your customers. How was the experience with Transblue Atlanta? And then you can take that and send it to other customers. So let us help you, right? Because when we do that for you, it speaks 1,000 times more than anything else, right? When they can watch a video of saying, it was such a great experience working with Transblue Atlanta. So allow us to help you from the media side, from the marketing side, lean into your coaches, into the team, and we're here to help you through all that.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
All right, it's my turn now. I'm just going to go to the comfortable spot where everybody else was. This is the first time I've ever spoken to a group of people in sweats. They look good, though, don't they? The Jordans, you like the Jays? Who said that? Thanks, Dave. Dave's always there, man. Hey, can we just give Enrique a round of applause? Can we make some noise for Enrique? Woo! so glad you're here, man. This is also the first time I've ever given a little talk on the pain meds. So you got the double dose. So if I start wandering, you can just bring me back in. We'll bring it in for a landing. But the biggest thing, they've said it. They've told you all of they've told you everything you need to know. And you already know what you need to do when you go home. That's the truth about it. And it's have the plan. You were on the owner's call yesterday. We had a great lunch yesterday. It's all about the plan. It's writing it down and it's committing to it, right? Putting those plans in place. Who am I going to hire? When am I going to hire them by? Getting your operational team locked in. It doesn't mean everything's going to go perfect. Not everything goes perfect in business every single day. Many days, I can tell you, I can start the day in discouragement, true story, and I can feel like, gosh, this is the worst day ever. And then by noon, I'm like, man, this is a pretty awesome day. I think I'm going to have a nice lunch somewhere. Then I don't have to have lunch anywhere. And then by the end of the day, it's either an awesome day or a frick type of day. So it's the emotions are just going to be all over the place, right? Because things happen all of the time that are really good and then really bad. And the things that you think are really bad probably aren't really that bad because they always get worked out. But it's keeping that level head and keeping that purpose. Vince said it. He said, what's your purpose? I call it your pillars. What are your pillars that keep you motivated and moving forward? Some of it's your family, right? You're doing this for your family, right? Some of it's your faith. I do it for faith, right? So faith is important. Finances, right? You want to have those finances so that you can be successful in whatever you want, right? And then you got to keep strong, right? Fitness. So like, what are your pillars? What are you doing? What are you standing by? What's your purpose? What's your why? You write to that, commit that down, and then write out that plan. And then guess what's going to happen to the plan? Some days you're going to feel like crumpling up and throwing it away. But don't do that. Just change it. Just tweak it. How many times do we make changes to the plan? All the time. The only constant is change. One of our core values, be nimble. Talked about it just a couple of weeks ago. We got to be nimble. And that's that change. Hey, my sales guy's not working out the way I thought he was. Okay, well, what training is in place? We talked about that yesterday. Has the expectation been set? Has the plan been laid out before him? Right? Expect your team to execute at the level at which you plan for them and manage them, right? So you got big things happen back in Atlanta. It's an exciting time. And I know you like some McDonald's. Do you like McDonald's?
Breakfast sandwich.
You like the breakfast sandwich. What breakfast sandwich do you like?
Sausage.
You like the sausage one?
No, sausage is not.
I like the McSausage too, as a matter of fact. I think it's one of my, you like it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. I heard that. We know Kelly likes that too. All right, so 3 of us like the sausage sandwich at McDonald's. But you know what's the cool thing about that sandwich? If you got it in Atlanta or you got it in San Diego or you got it in Seattle, it was pretty much the same every time, wasn't it? Like the cheese is always pretty good. The muffin is usually pretty good. I go to Starbucks and get that same sandwich. I have them take the egg off it. It's not as good. They can't make it like McDonald's. I hate to say it. That's a shout out for McDonald's, I guess. I'm charging them for this. This is actually a McDonald's commercial. You just didn't know it. Jonathan's head is in his lap. He's like, antitrust. Oh my God, what's going on up there? I don't know. Object overruled. We don't even know what's going on. So we're having a good time. And this is live right now. Okay, note to the people on live. Don't do a speech on pain meds in your sweats. No, I'm just having some fun. But seriously, the plan is to execute every single project the same way. Right? That experience for every single one of your customers is the same, a great experience. right? Okay, wow, I love this. This is my favorite. Be a favorite. Deliver that wow, right? Every single time. It's so much easier to get work from your existing clients than it is to go out and get new jobs all the time. So that's part of your sales and marketing strategy. How many jobs came in by referral? How many referrals came in? How many people said, my experience with Transblue Atlanta was the greatest, right? Because that's what's going to make your business strong. That's what makes it powerful. That's what keeps those jobs coming in, right? We don't want that experience to be so-so. So it's going to be on how you train your people, how you teach your people to execute those jobs, and then how you manage them. And we even find, as a true story, Vince was telling me just the other day that he was, working with one of his guys, and maybe his guys are watching, they'll get a double whammy. But he was watching one of his guys, and one of his guys started going off a path that was like, hey, dude, we don't want to do that. Bring it back in here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. But it's a great opportunity. No, bring it back in here. It's a great opportunity. No, bring it back in. Right? So really try to stay within those guidelines, right? Really try to stay within that frame, because that's what's going to drive that success. And then, like they said, lean in, take pictures. How many franchisees take pictures? I don't know, not that many. Get on LinkedIn, right? Get that social media, get that posting, get those things happening, all of those little things that are going to happen. And so that's what I have to share with you. And when you have those dark moments and you think to yourself, what did I get into? Just know that 15 minutes later, it could be like, dude, this is awesome. It's true. You can feel that way in a moment's notice. It is so true, the up and down. And a lot of guys have trouble managing that, right? A lot of guys have the trouble, really just keeping that calm and that cool, right? So lean into the team. That's what Todd's here for, and Jim and Vince, Jonathan half the time. 60% of the time he's here 100% of the time. Because if you don't get an Anchorman quote in, you have completely failed. Anyways, congratulations, man. Come up here. Thank you so much. Give him another round of applause. We can make some more noise for him than that. Woo! Woo! Is that enough to get you back to Atlanta, or do we need a little more? One more time. Woo! Woo! All right, I lost a stitch. I'm going to go sit down. Here, I'm going to pass it off to you. You got something great to share with us?
Just do it. Let's see what
Just
you
a
got.
let's see what's in the tank.
First off, my hat's off to Dave, because once he told me he had a major surgery, he's sitting at the dinner table with me after I bear hug him, because he doesn't know this, but I follow him. So to me, I feel like I already know him, which makes these next steps a lot easier to do. Because from a place where I'm coming from, it took a lot of hard work to get to this position. So happy to be here. I will continue to follow you. And the commitment that you've shown during this week, your child being born, you've been blessed. My hat's off to you and your family. And ultimately, that's what this is about. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be a workhorse. I will be the workhorse. I enjoy being a workhorse. I just don't like being told which lane. I feel like this is the right place for me to be in this life right now. So I'm happy to be here. Hats off to the team. Big flex on the amount of people that are here. And I'm looking forward to kicking some ass.
Stay up here for a second. we just went from PG on live at LinkedIn to like a PG-13. Thanks for that.
Your decision to go live.
Hey, disclaimer on that. That's right. So we got a couple things for you. One is there's a book for you. As Pastor Dave mentioned, the give back is a foundation of what we do. And the purpose and the vision that Dave executes on. And that's a good book and a resource talking about that. And then to make it official, here's your certificate of completion for the Transblue training, in-person training, quote unquote. He's got some other work to do. So congratulations. Dave, if you don't mind, come up here. We'll take some photos. take some pictures here first.
From the waist up.
That's right.
From the waist up.
Yeah, yes. Headshots.
All right, we'll get in here, huh? Like this. Get in some of this. Waist up.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate that. You get all this. It's good.
And then a couple more things to accomplish here before we can really finish it off. One is there's a pin. That is not a cigar, I promise. So it's a pin and a gift for you. And then the last thing is officially sign the flag, the Transblue flag. So yeah, and so no, use the pin on the Sharpie right there.
No! You can tell
that's
these guys
blue.
are kids. No! That's the new sofa.
That's the blue.
Anywhere you want. Told you we shouldn't have got white.
Like laying out a chest.
Where you go? You want the right?
I can see how he analyzes here.
The successful guys. That's what I was looking at. Do you want to be next to this? I think all the successful guys are on the right. Following your lead.
Woo! All right. Congratulations, guys. All right, one last time for Enrique Reina going into Atlanta, Georgia. And that officially brings January 2023 training to a close. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it, guys.
You're right.
Let's go.
All right. Thank you. That was awesome.